Hello, I'm Tari. Welcome to my channel. This is the part 2 of the rainbow Zulu necklace with choker. In the previous video, I showed you how to make a plain choker. So today, we're going to be moving on to the colors for our rainbow necklace. And these are the beads that I have picked. So I went back to use that string. You remember that string that we left in the first video? That's the string that I'm just going to continue with. So these are the colors that I have. I'm just going to go through the sequence of the colors. I have here 3 royal blue beads, and to separate my colors I'm using this silver beads. So I have 1 silver bead after the three royal blue, and then I have a lighter shade, 1 silver and an even lighter shade of blue, 3 beads, 1 silver, 3 light green, 1 silver, a darker green, 5 of them, 1 silver, 5 yellow, 1 silver, 5 orange, 1 silver, 5 red, and 1 silver. So just work with what you have. If you have shades of the same color, just make sure you have them consecutively from the darkest shade to the lighter one, and then you move on to the next color, and so on and so forth. So now that I'm at the bottom, I'm going to turn, and I'm going to do that by separating the last bead from the rest and putting my needle through this bead, just one bead, the one that comes after the last silver bead, and I pull my thread there. Now that I'm at the bottom, I'm going to start working upwards, but first I need to pick beads. I'm going to pick 5 red beads, 1 silver, and 5 orange beads. I have my beads, and I'm just going to push them down, and I'm going to take my needle and put it through this bead, third silver bead from the bottom, and I pull my thread, sitting neatly. Now I'm going to pick 5 yellow beads, 1 silver bead, and 5 dark green beads. Now I'm going to skip this silver bead and go to the next one, put my needle through this bead, and I pull my thread. I'm going to pull it tight and make sure that there are no loose strings in between. So now I'm going to pick more beads. I'm going to pick 3 light green beads, 1 silver, and 3 light blue beads. Here are my beads. I'm going to skip this silver bead and go to the next one. That is where my needle goes through, and I pull my thread, next I'm going to pick this shade of blue. What can I call it? It's like a turquoise blue. Yeah, silver, 1 silver, 2 turquoise, 1 silver, and 2 royal blue beads. So there I have my beads. I'm going to put my needle through that blue bead right there at the top. The very last one. And before I pull my thread all the way out, I'm just going to put my needle through these 2 beads that are also there at the top. You see that? We've got 2 beads in the middle, as you can see on the choker. So those are the ones we'll be working with. Now I'm going to pull my thread. Alright, now it's time to turn. Now that I'm at the top and my thread came out through those 2 blue beads right there at the top, I'm going to pick 3 royal blue beads. There are my 3 beads, and I'm going to put my needle through the very first silver bead right there at the top, the first one when we're coming down, and I pull my thread. Just want to make sure everything is sitting neatly. Alright, so it is back to the turquoise blue. I'm going to pick 2 turquoise blue beads, 1 silver, and 3 light blue beads. I've picked my beads. I'm going to put my needle through this bead here, just after the light blue beads. Now I'm going to pick 3 light green beads, 1 silver, and 5 dark green beads. I have my beads and I'm going to add them on. I'm going to put my needle through that bead there, and I pull my thread. Make sure everything is sitting neatly. Now I move on to the yellow and orange. I'm going to pick 5 orange beads, 1 silver, and 5 yellow beads, 1 silver, and 5 orange beads. I'm going to put my needle through this silver bead there, second from last from the bottom. And now I'm at the bottom. So it is time to work going upwards. No, I still need 5 beads to be right at the bottom. Yeah, so I'm going to pick 5 red beads and 1 silver bead. There are my beads. I'm going to separate the last silver bead from the rest and put my needle through that red bead, the first one, going up, and I pull my thread. Now I'm going to pick 5 red beads, 1 silver, and 5 orange beads. I have my beads and I'm going to put my needle through this bead here. Now I'm going up. And now I'm going to pick 5 yellow beads, 1 silver, and 5 dark green beads. And I'm going to add them on by putting my needle through this bead and I pull. So when your string tangles, just relax. It happens all the time. It's a way of life in beading. Now I'm going to pick 3 light green beads, 1 silver, and 3 light blue beads. So I have my beads ready. And I'm going to add them on by putting my needle through that bead. You can see how the pattern is really coming out, right? Now I'm going to pick 2 turquoise blue beads, 1 silver, and 2 royal blue beads. Remember, when we turned, I picked 3 royal blue beads. So that last one right there at the top, that's where I put my needle through first. And then I put my needle through these 2 beads. You can see at every turn when I was turning, making the choker, there are these 2 beads at every turn. So I'm just going to put my needle through those 2 beads. So yeah, that's how it goes. Now I'm going to pick 3 royal blue beads. When turning, if you're using this method, you just need 3 beads at a time. So I have my 3 beads and I'm going to put my needle through the very first silver bead right there at the top. And I pull. So I'm going to stop here now. Anything that I say after this is just repetition. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you liked it. So try it out and see how it works. If you feel it's too short for you, just keep adding your colors. You can repeat the colors in the same sequence. If you've got more shades in your colors, just put them all and see how it comes out. Yeah, you can just decide before you start adding your beads to the choker. You can just decide on the color sequence that you're going to use, and yeah, you'll see how it goes. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching my video. For more videos, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.